Hello, so let's go to lesson 349. The title is How to Handle Stress. Pay attention, when you use the verb to handle, you don't use it with. For example, deal with stress. Handle, no preposition, handle stress. So the text says stress is a factor of everyday life that regretful. Unfortunately, we cannot always avoid, but what causes us to be stressed and how we can we cope, okay, deal with or relieve some of our stress. So the text gives some hints. Okay, so how to deal with stress? So it means there are several things that can cause us to become stressed. The important thing is to identify what things in your life are causing your stress. Work-related stressors are very real and you can be strongly affected by them. One of the causes work-related trying to meet deadlines and expectations. For example, if you work, so you have a deadline, alright, so you have a schedule to finish the job, or at university you have some schedules, for example, to present a project until some date that is very short to finish the project, and it causes stress and expectations. So these are one of the causes with stress, and there are many others, of course. So you are going to summarize the text and you are going to tell me what's your opinion about this text, if you think this text is important, if it is accurate, because it is something that is happening in our days lives, principally now in modern times. Okay, and you are going to tell me something, okay, related with stress, if you had suffered from stress, and how did you solve the problem, okay, related with stress. So what consequences can stress can bring us, right? Because it brings consequences to our health, okay? So physical health and mind too. So now I'm gonna ask you another question. So how do you think stress can affect a person's life? In your opinion, is modern life in a sense stressful? Is modern life stressful? Why? How do you think stress can be avoided? Okay, you're going to give your opinion. Now, the repetition, I'm gonna give you the sentence and you're going to repeat and make the substitution. Repeat. Their planning should have been more realistic. Strategy. Decision make. How can you cope with so many things to do? So much work. When you set yourself a goal, you motivate yourself. Become more organized, focused. You need to set yourself free from so many worries, so much anxiety. I wish I had the time to do it better, differently. The professor set very high standards for his students, pupils. Now let's go to language work. Language work. She set herself the goal of being successful by the age of 30. Okay, so it means objectives. Okay, set herself the goal, it means to set objectives. The quality of our certain stems from setting high standards. Ok? Estão estabelecidas normas elevadas, ok? High standards. Once the war was over, the prisoners were finally set free, okay? So they were released. They are not into jail anymore. I wish I had done different things differently. Okay, when you use this structure, wish plus past, it means é usado para expressar desejo, ok? No passado, para uma ideia de arrependimento. Então, uma ideia de arrependimento no passado. A regretful idea in the past. I wish John had come with us to the concert last night. The same thing. So, regret in the past. Mark took on another job to boost his income. So, to increase his income. Okay, his salary. I don't know how she can cope with 3 small children and a job. So, it means deal with. We'll get a bonus for meeting the targets by our directors, okay? So, the objectives, to reach the objectives. Students should always be told to reach the stars, okay? So, it means reach the stars to get something done very well. Se fosse traduzido ao pé da letra, alcançar as estrelas, but it means to be successful in doing something. Talking to someone about your problems helps shoulder the burden. So to relieve, okay, you feel more relieved. Susan has been burning the midnight oil to finish all the reports on time. It means she has been working a lot, okay? Working or studying. I was overwhelmed by the amount of work we had to finish. When you had so many things to do and you can deal with it. So now, role play. Nowadays, some women have a very busy and headache life. So it means agitated life. Now, reward it. So, the verb wish, we are going to use it 3 times. Shoulder the responsibility and burn the midnight oil. I'm going to dictate the sentences and you are going to reward the sentences using these words, okay? I'm going to dictate some sentences and you are going to reward the sentences using these words, all right? To substitute. I'm going to start now. Now, I regret studying French instead of Spanish at school. I regret studying French instead of Spanish at school. You are going to reward. Example, I wish I had studied Spanish at school. You are going to reward the sentence using the words from the exercise. Number 2. I sold my car and now I regret it. Okay, so you are going to reword this sentence. You are not going to write this way. It's a pity Pat wasn't able to come to the party. David has been working overtime because of the convention. Both parents must accept that they are fully responsible for their children. You are going to reward every sentence using the words that are given in the exercise. Now I'm going to correct. I wish I had studied Spanish at school. Number 1. Number 2. I wish I hadn't sold my car. Number 3. I wish Pat had come to the party. 4. David has been burning the midnight oil because of the convention. Both parents must shoulder the responsibility for their children. Okay, so the sentence that I have given you before, so when you reward, it is this way. Now, I'm gonna give you the sentence and you are going to complete. Okay, so we are going to complete using your own words, but it has to make sense. Now it's up to you. Do you wish you had been born in? Complete. I wish he had been given another chance to. Remember, always reach for the stars and. Okay, you are going to complete. So now, the last part. So you are going to rearrange the sentences, alright? And before rearranging the sentences, so breaking news. It's always important to find ways to cope with stress and avoid having a stressful life. Hula hooping, bowling bubbles, doing the hot pocket are just some unusual ways of doing that. Others may find more ordinary alternatives for stress, such as learning new skills, keeping a journal, or gardening. Of course, laughter cannot be overset. Having a sense of humor about life's difficulties is essential in order to keep things from appear too overwhelming. Okay, so these are the breaking news. So you're going to give your opinion. And later, you are going to do the rearrange the sentences. You are going to rearrange, alright? So any doubts, you contact me and send me the questions and the repetitions by WhatsApp.